Hey, J-Cake here, and I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me. Well, it's been a while since I put a video out. I got some new software which we're going to hope we can get all of this working right. I recorded this video yesterday and noticed the sound was terrible, so we're going to try to record it again today. And I decided I want to share something new with you all. You know I like fantasy sports, baseball and football. In my intro I talked to you about trying to get into some other things, including gameplay, which I am working on that. But something I didn't talk to you about was my love for sports memorabilia and cards. So I have sent my cards off to be graded by SGC. And I did already open these. I have already looked at them, but again, video was done yesterday. We're going to try to do it again today. But yeah, so I sent my cards off to be graded. There are a few big grading companies, Beckett, PSA, and SGC. I prefer SGC because of turnaround time and their great customer service, including their price. So I do have some cards here that are football, baseball, basketball, and Pokemon. So as you can see, I do like Pokemon. Behind my big head, you see one of my favorites is Bulbasaur. So in here we do have a few Venusaur. I get my cards graded through Eric Drew of SGC Grading Company. It's a group on Facebook I'm a part of. I would definitely go look at it. If you are interested in getting your cards graded, he does bulk deals and some of the best deals and just some of the best customer service I have seen and part of, and I've graded quite a few cards. So we're going to go ahead and get back to this. One of the things I wanted to talk about was the fact that Eric does send all of your semi-ridges back so you can reuse them. He also gives you heads up, like unfortunately this card, 1989 Fleer Bill Ripken airbrush was counterfeit. So that is unfortunate, but Eric let me know before the submission came back. So unfortunately, this is one that I will not be able to have graded, but I am going to keep it with the set. If you are familiar with the set, 1989 Fleer Bill Ripken with the vulgarity on the bat knob. There are multiple variations. The vulgarity, the black box, the black scribble, the white airbrush, the saw cut, the test proof. I'm sure there may be a few more, but off the top of my head, I cannot think of those. Without further ado, let's go ahead and move to the grading. I am going to go ahead and start with the Pokemon. So I'm going to show you the card, talk a little bit about it. I will say all of these are holographic. And all of these are from the 1999 base set, or base sets. So you have base set 2, Fossil. I think those are the only ones. I also have some first edition, and there are some Spanish cards in here as well. So let's go ahead and get to it. First card is going to be a Venusaur. This is one I've had since my childhood. Like I said, that is my favorite. I do have another one coming up here soon. I don't know where it is. But Venusaur, he is my favorite Pokemon. So I wanted to get this graded. Definitely not going to resell this. Second card is another Venusaur, since this one is a 5. The first one was a SGC 6. This one is SGC 5. This is probably the one I've had the longest, which is probably why it's a lower grade. Being from the 1999 base set, it's going to have whiting around the edges and on the back, scratches on the holofoil. So I was not expecting these to get high grades, but you know, there is nostalgia for me. But also a 5, a 6, 7, whatever they get, you know, I like them. Obviously, the higher the better. Next one is Magneton. So Magneton wasn't really a sexy Pokemon to me growing up. It was just another Pokemon for me to catch, especially in the the warehouse, or where the Zapdos was, the electric place. So it was pretty cool. Again, I do see quite a few scratches. So nothing sexy, but it's nice to have it. Clefairy. This one also was, it wasn't sexy to me. I didn't use it in my playthroughs, but this one was a hard one to catch in the games. And, you saw him in Mount Moon. It was very low percentage to see it, so you obviously wanted to catch it and then evolve it in the Moonstone. Fun fact about Clefairy, it was actually supposed to be the poster child of Pokemon, but obviously people grew more to like Pikachu, so that is just a little fun fact that we almost had a bunch of Clefairy dolls instead of Pikachu dolls. Next, we have Muck SGC 7. That's pretty good. I mean, there are probably some scratches that I didn't see, but a 7 is not bad at all. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever used Muck in a playthrough. I don't think I ever caught a Grimer or a Muck and thought, let me use them. Next, we have Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a SGC 7. That's pretty cool. Is hollow foil. Oh, I just noticed that did not turn my light on. Okay, well, we might have to switch to that before we get to the sports cards. But so SGC 7 Poliwrath. This is a base 2. The Muck was fossil set. The Clefairy was base set 2 as well, and the others were all base set 1, or just base set. So Poliwrath, I don't think I ever used that one in a playthrough either. I don't know why, just didn't. Next, we have a Spanish. Oh, there we go. A Spanish Blastoise. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Blastoise and Charizard were overrated. I just wasn't a big fan of them. I mean, they were cool and everything, but Bulbasaur was my boy, so that's who I always went with. Like I said, SGC 6 Spanish holographic. That one may be for sale, but who knows? Again, it's just one of the iconic cards, so we'll see. And the last one is an SGC 7 First Edition Spanish Hitmonlee. This one was pretty cool. I think I did use Hitmonlee in a playthrough, or during my playthroughs. I feel like I was always worried about his high jump kick missing and hurting him. Any recoil damage I really wasn't a fan of. But, So hold on, let me turn the camera on and we'll get right back to it. Hopefully that's a little better. Now we're going to get to the sports cards. There are a few biggies. Go ahead and trying to get some of these ready in the order I want to display them. So we're going to go ahead and hit up the basketball first. This is 2010 Upper Deck National Sports Card Convention. As short print or special occasion type card. It is a Michael Jordan, and it is a 9.5. That's not bad at all. 9.5 Michael Jordan in his UNC Tar Heel. I'm not a UNC fan. I do have roots in North Carolina, but definitely not a fan of UNC. So that's cool though. Again, any Michael Jordan card, it's a good grade, is gonna sell. So the next ones I'm going to show, trying to get these in the right order. I have 3 2010 Topps Aaron Hernandez rookies, so we will see what they are. Bam, 9.5. Okay, that's not bad at all. Aaron Hernandez is one of those cards, or any Aaron Hernandez cards. Very similar to was it Mark Jackson, John Morant, with the bad people in the back, or just bad person on the face of the card. So I like Aaron Hernandez from a fantasy football standpoint. I remember he did very well for me when he was on the Patriots. Well, obviously when he was on the Patriots. So I mean that's why I like him. That's why I collect the cards, not for any other reason. So the second one is another 9.5. That's not bad. So 2 9.5 Aaron Hernandez rookie cards so far. Again, nothing special about it. It's not a short print. It's not a variation or anything like that. Just the base set 2010. And the third one, holy crap. Nice. It's a 10. is not a pristine 10. So if you're familiar with grading, a pristine 10 for SGC would have a gold label, opposed to Beckett being a pristine having a black label, and PSA not having anything special. So that is where we are with those. The next few cards are going to be personal collection cards. I'm not going to be getting rid of these. They are, again, some of my favorite players. My 4 favorite players are Yoenis Cespedes, Josh Donaldson, Jake Arrieta, and Jamison Tyone. So you will see me getting some of those cards graded. And the first one is a super short print of Yoenis Cespedes riding a horse. So funny thing about Yoenis Cespedes, he owns a ranch, which you wouldn't, I wouldn't expect that from him. I used to hate Yoenis Cespedes, but then I turned to like him. So the super short print, it's a 9. Okay, yeah, it's a 9. Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty cool card. Like I said, it's a super short print of Yoenis Cespedes wearing a cowboy hat riding a horse. So I like Yoenis Cespedes and his short print cards. He's got a few variations, and I always try to grab them. So it's a 9. I've only seen this card once or twice, so I had to go ahead and jump on it. This next card is another super short print of Jake Arrieta in the midst of a no-hitter. I got this card not long ago. I've only ever seen it once, so it's up. Woo! 9 point. I don't have my glasses on, so I have to squint. 9.5. Nice. That's really, really cool. I'm glad I'm going to have a 9.5 for my collection. You might very well see it in the back for the next episode, but big fan, Jake Arrieta. I remember he was on my fantasy team when he had a no-hitter, and the rest of my pitchers were so bad that week I lost pitching categories, which is very frustrating. So this next one is from Topps opening day. It is a variation on short print of Jake Arrieta in a pink jacket, and I've seen this card a few times, but I was able to snag it here, so I was pretty happy about that. And that grade is a 9. I think it's cool how Madden is beside him, just wearing another funky outfit. So that's pretty cool. I like this card. I'm all for funky suits, and obviously all for short prints and variations. So glad I was able to grab this. And this last PC card is one of my favorites. Is from a set from Jake Arrieta's rookie year. They did, I guess you could say, a variation or subset of players getting pied in the face. So I do have a PSA 10 of this card already, so this was just the icing on the cake if it were a 10. So let's see. Oh my, so close. SGC 9.5. You see Adam Jones pieing Jake Arrieta in the face after a game. So big fan of Jake Arrieta, big fan of short print variations, like I've said before. This is probably one of my favorites. And like I said, I'm just glad I was able to snag it. I have a few of them. So these next 4 are biggies / ones that I just kind of like more. So this next one is going to be a 2004 Fleer Ultra Gold Medallion die cut Tom Brady. So hopefully it does well for me. I got it at a show here locally, and I do plan on selling it. So obviously the higher the grade, the better. And we got a 7. Oh, boo. Well, still cool to have a Brady variation, or not variation, excuse me, parallel. Like I said, gold medallion, pretty sweet. He's the GOAT, and it's, light went out again. Let me see if this light will work enough. We'll see how that does. Tom Brady gold medallion 7. Do you plan on selling it? So we'll see how much we can get for it. This next one is one of the 1989 Bill Ripken variations. When I bought this, it was in a lot, and it was just authenticated. I don't know why it was just authenticated. I've had people ask me why I sell just authenticated items. I don't know. I don't get them just authenticated. I bought it like this, so hopefully this came back with an actual grade. So we'll see. And so it says it's just authentic. Come on now. It says it's just authenticated again. There we go. Might be the best. Evidence of trimming. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Let's see if I can get a little closer. For those of you who don't know about the vulgarity, let me see if I can. Let me turn this off just so you can see this. Okay, so I'll put the bat knob. I don't know if it's even in focus if you can see that, but there's a vulgarity on the bat knob, and so it was one of the more famous error cards that came out. I'm gonna turn this back on. More famous cards that came out. Another one comes to mind is the Jim Nettles when he was. It's a 1990 Pacific, I believe, and he also has a vulgarity on the bat knob. So. This is pretty much the only reason Bill Ripken is so famous, other than that other guy, Cal Ripken. He might know him a little bit. So, as I've talked about before, one of my favorite players is Yoenis Cespedes, and this next one is a Yoenis Cespedes autograph. However, it's got a few other people on there. We mentioned Adam Jones before, who had so many great years with the Orioles, and then obviously injuries and age took over. So it's also an autograph of his, but then there's this other guy on there. You may have heard of him, Mike Trout, and I think the Angels have wasted his entire career. So it is a triple autograph from 2014 Triple Threads. So hopefully, obviously, we want it to come back at 10, but we'll see. I don't know if this will be for sale. It might be. Might honestly wait until Trout comes back or potentially go somewhere else to get traded, get more publicity, more notoriety for this card. So, okay. A 9 and a 10. Obviously, the 10s are the autographs that have been authenticated. But it's a 9. It's not bad at all. Pretty happy with it. Yoenis Cespedes at the top, Trout in the middle, and Adam Jones on bottom is a patch auto. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Definitely like it. Big fan of, obviously, Cespedes, like I said before. But always been a fan of Adam Jones. I've always liked his work and what he does. Even if as a Yankees fan, I hated to see him butcher my Yankees. So, speaking of Yankees, this next card is a biggie. It's from Donruss Elite, but it's not one of those Donruss Elite autograph cards that, the guy signs like 942 of them. This is actually, there's only 100 of these, and it's a Throwback Threads card of some guy that is named after a candy bar. Obviously kidding, the candy bar is named after him, but Babe Ruth. This is a game-used patch, so hopefully the grade is a good one. I don't know if it'll be for sale. As a Yankees fan, I do want to throw it up there beside my one-of-one Jeter and some of my other Yankee pieces. But in any case, let's figure out what this grade is. Ooh, 8.5. Okay, I'll take that. So, Babe Ruth, game-used Throwback Threads, 8.5. Don't mind that at all. Very happy with the fact, one, I have this card and now I have it encapsulated. I thought it was a good looking card. I was hoping for a 10, obviously, but at the same time, I would have been happy with pretty much anything. But so yeah, that is the haul of cards for this submission. Hopefully, I'll be back talking to you about some other cards, depending on how business can go. But I am looking forward to talking to you more about cards and letting you in on a few more of my passions other than fantasy sports and soon gameplay. But in any case, this is Jay Cake, and I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me.